Facebook groups actually going to start dying out in 2025? Well, I'm going to answer that question on this video. All right, look, I keep getting the same question over and over and over about Facebook groups. Now that there's all this competition from Circle and School, Slack, Kajabi groups, are Facebook groups becoming irrelevant and no longer valid as we move through 25 and 26 and going forward? Well, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about today. See, Facebook's not going to go, quietly into the night and just, let people leave their platform and no longer participate in groups. That's just not going to happen. Meta's invested $40 billion in AI and infrastructure just last year. Okay, I mean, $40 billion. They're not just going to let go of groups. They know that communities is an integral part of their platform and a key part in order of keeping people on for longer. I mean, that's what they're trying to do, right? They're just trying to keep you on the platform as long as humanly possible every day. I mean, that's how they make their revenue, right? It is from ads, and the more ads that they can show you, the more opportunity they have to make money. So they're not just going to let groups, wither away. They're coming out with all these other features. So while everyone's busy building exclusive communities elsewhere, Facebook's quietly improving their own group features and getting more reach. Now, I have seen recently, and this has been disturbing, just to put this out there, but I have seen recently where some people, they're not reaching their group members. In other words, they'll do a post, they'll go live, they'll do whatever, and their group members just aren't seeing it, which is scary because you can't run a group that way. Well, that is true, but that's always been true. Facebook has gone up and down and up and down. It's just been a cyclical thing of whether people are going to get reach among the people who are members of their groups. And part of it has to do with people who are joining the groups. So in other words, if you get a bunch of people joining your group who don't participate in groups, then they're probably not going to see as many of your posts. But if you get a high engagement group, right? If you have a high engagement group, then your people are going to see your post more and more and more. And you can probably see that in your own news feed, right? The groups that you're a member of that has a lot of engagement and a lot of interaction, you see those posts a lot more often. So it's not that that groups don't work or that people are not getting to see your post, which it is, but they're not getting to see it for a reason. And you can fix that by creating more engagement. The other thing that's kind of cool is that a lot of your competition is likely to leave Facebook in favor of these other platforms. Now, look, there's nothing wrong with that. You can get people into another platform and do it any way that you want. The thing is that we all know with Facebook, everybody already has it on their phone. They already have it installed. There's nothing to add on. There's nothing new for people to figure out. They know what to do. And so that gives you a leg up automatically. And the mere fact that people are jumping ship without any real reason to, or any cause to, other than they're sick of Facebook, is nothing but good for you. So, I remember Earl Nightingale said something to the effect of, if you wanted to be a success and you didn't know where to start, look at what everybody else is doing and do the complete opposite. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about here. All right, so Facebook groups are a very, very valid thing. The other thing is that these new platforms are going to require you to drive all the traffic. In other words, there's, people, they're not social media platforms, so people aren't on them automatically, so you've got to get the traffic there. Now, you can make the argument that the traffic's better because they joined the group, and that is true, but you're going to have a lot fewer of them. And the fact is if you have a platform like Facebook that's going to be able to have 3 billion people of active users that are on it, then you have a much better chance of getting your group in front of newer people. Now, it's not as easy as that, right? It's not as simple because you have to have a truly engaging platform, and which is hard for a lot of people. You have to really make it a compelling group. It can't just be, oh, this group's about losing weight. Then that's not going to work, right? This group is about losing weight for women over 45 who are menopausal or postmenopausal or whatever, and they're a member of the C-suite. I mean, it has to be super specific and super valuable. So groups are a key part of Meta's strategy going forward and to compete with other platforms. So you may not think, well, TikTok, well, they don't have groups, and that's true, but they have a different model. Meta's model is groups will be a huge part of everything that they're doing going forward. So I'm going to encourage you to stay with Meta or to create your group on Meta. Now, again, there's other reasons not to, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you have to pick one, like you can only focus on one place to do your group at a time, which you probably can. That's usually where most of us are. Then Meta would be a great place. So stay on Facebook or make it on Facebook. Just to kind of recap this, while everyone's running to build their communities elsewhere, Meta is quietly investing billions in groups and infrastructure. This ain't just about holding on to their market share. This is about them, growing. So whether you love or hate Facebook, one thing's crystal clear. They're not going to let go of groups without one heck of a fight. So, and that might just be the most important thing you need to know about building your community in 2025. Hey, if you found this video helpful and you're ready to grow your group, wherever it is, whether it's Facebook or Slack or school or wherever you're hosting it, then I put together my group building blueprint where I have used this for myself and clients to put hundreds of thousands of new group members into their groups. So the best part is, and mostly it has to do with using ads, but you have to be able to do it the right way. But the best part about it is that you can do it with $5 a day. You don't have to go crazy and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to make this work. So just click the link in the description, check that out, and I'll see y'all in the next video.